Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Joel Davis Media Network. If it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. I want to say to my new memberships, my new members, thank you for joining the channel. I am dedicated to give you the content that you seek. That is the truth and nothing but the truth. Now, y'all know I have had a crazy week with comments. I even had to go in on somebody on one of the comments and go out of character. But you know what? This is part of the game. I guess when they say you are starting to reach your pinnacle, people will try to tear you down. But I'm not here to talk about me tonight. And I'm not here to talk about all of that. I'm here to talk about what's going on in our nation right now. If you guys haven't heard, there is a new situation that have arisen. We've seen and talked about this and been talking about this for years, that the liberal movement, these aka bottom feeders, have been doing everything they can to infringe on our constitutional right. First, it was freedom of speech. Second, it was our right over our children. Now it's the right to bear arms. Now, Canada just released last night that they got a program that is going to basically disable their citizens from protecting themselves, because Trudeau swears out that violence is at an all-time high. Now we have the United States of America. Now, what happened in the Uvalde, Texas was a tragedy. It is something that we can never, ever, ever could have imagined. We know that 19 children's souls was lost. 2 teachers were also lives were lost, and we also know that one of those teachers' husbands was affected by that, and he died as well. But the thing about it is, guys, is that the liberal media and mainstream media is trying to put in everybody's head that guns are the problem. Guns, 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 guns. You know, I'm going to give shout out to Marcellus Wiley. I want to say Brandon Tatum was the one that brought that clip up. He said something very important. He said it's either the man or the machine. One of them got to change. It's either the man or the machine. And in this case, it is the man. It's not the machine. We as humans have gotten to the point now that we have mental health at an all-time high. We have the ability of not having any compassion towards each other at an all-time high. And the politicians that are trying to push this agenda, their own districts are just as screwed up as everybody else's. But it's fine, because tonight I'm here to expose the real. That's what we do here. We're going to talk about the realization of how crazy these people actually sound. So I'm going to read the article of the first gun control that they blocked, And then we're going to jump into the new 8 bills they want to introduce to us as a nation. So give me one moment here and let me pull up this article. Give me 1 second, guys. One second. Give me one moment. I'm still here. I'm just going to read the majority of this. I want people to see this bill that they stopped. Now, Schumer is out of California, I want to say. I think he is. He blocks the Senate GOP school safety bill. Now, this is what the bill entailed, okay? After the horrific mass shooting at Uvalde, Texas. Oh, excuse me, Chuck Schumer's out of New York. That was last Wednesday. He blocked a school safety bill that really pissed off the Republicans in Washington. So after this horrific mass shooting at a Uvalde, Texas elementary school that killed 19 children and 2 teachers, Senator Ron Johnson, who's a Republican out of Wisconsin, asked the Luke and Alex School Safety Act to be passed by unanimous consent. The bill was named after Parkland, Florida shooting victims Luke Hoyer and Alex Shattuck. Would require the Department of Homeland Security to establish a federal clearinghouse on school safety best practices for use by state and local educational and law enforcement agencies, institutions of higher education, health professionals, and the public. And it would require Department of Homeland Security to collect clearinghouse data analytics, user feedback on the implementation of best practices, and recommendations identified by the clearinghouse, and any evaluations conducted on these best practices and recommendations. The clearinghouse, which is already available at schoolsafety.gov, will be codified into the law with the bill's passage. Y'all give me one moment. Schumer objected to Johnson's request, claiming on Twitter that the bill could see more guns in school. The truth, there were officers at school in Texas. Schumer tweeted, the shooter got past them. We need real solutions. We will vote on gun legislation, starting with the Domestic Terrorist Prevention Act. Let's pause right there. All right, we're going to pause right there. Guys, listen. The only reason why that shooter got into the school, because the door was left unlocked and the resource officer was away. I don't know what he was doing. They didn't say it in the report what he had going on, but he was away from the school. Now, if the resource officer or officers would have been in the school and would have engaged the suspect, we probably would have had less likely casualties. But then again, I don't know at this point, because like everyone has said before, the police let us down due to the fact of the matter, they were not prepared. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, them not passing that bill shows you right there that this is a political ball game. This is not about the safety of these kids. Because if it was, they would have came to a happy medium with the conservatives to push the agenda to make the kids safe in school. They're not worrying about these children. They're worrying about getting political numbers to survive midterms and hopefully make sure they can survive 2024. They don't give a damn about the US of A. That's why they need to quit saying that they're worried about kids. You're right, Cat Slave. We need political control, politician control, because right now they're out of control. They're not for us. They're not. Because if they were for us, we would not be having this conversation. Right now, that would have been, that bill would have got passed and would have been sitting on okie doke grandpa's desk. But unfortunately, that's not what they're going to do because that makes too much common sense. It's basically making sure that you keep data and monitor from the Homeland Security or who is getting what or who's got weapons and things of that nature and is authorized to be in the school with that. Exactly, Claude. It's about power. They don't give two damns about us. Let's continue to read about how bullshit of that they lied about this bill. Now, on the Senate floor, Schumer said the legislation could be considered if Republicans agree to debate the domestic terrorism bill. Johnson responded that it's a sad day for the United States Senate. Johnson later tweeted, not surprising that the Democrat leader will lie about the bill he blocked the parents of Parkland victims have been trying to pass for years. Dems aren't looking for solutions. They want wedge issues that they hope will keep them in power. And it's sick. And they're telling the truth. Representative out of Florida, which is Rick Scott. He's a Senator, Rick Scott. This was a bill I worked on with the parents of Parkland victims. It's named after them. You're a liar and a hack. Even Marco Rubio was also co-sponsored the bill, tweeted the truth. Schumer blocked a bipartisan bill that makes the school safety clearinghouse schoolsafety.gov permanent because radical left-wing activists oppose it. And he ain't lying because it's not from one of them. Now, this bill they want to vote for, this Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act that passed in the House last week. Okay, the bill will require the domestic terrorism components of the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation to jointly report on domestic terrorism, as well as create an integrity task force to analyze and combat white supremacy and neo-Nazi infiltration of the uniformed services and federal law enforcement agencies. Guys, that shit right there is what pisses me off. White supremacy is not at an all-time high. What's at an all-time high is Sun people killing Sun people. What is at an all-time high is when you got these alphabet people that's so confused, like this guy here in Texas, and goes off here and kills innocent children. What is at an all-time high is mental health in a lot of these blue collar suburbs and these poor communities. They won't talk about that. And when they do talk about it, they feel like the way to combat that is a program within a program. I'm telling you, you can't make this up. So after this bill gets blocked, they want to introduce us another bill. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for the bullshit they want to introduce us with? Give me one moment. I want to make sure that if you're driving, you pull on the side of the road so you don't forget where the hell you headed to. Give me 1 second, guys. Don't want nobody to lose their mind here. 1 second. All right, I'm back. I want to give y'all a glimpse of this bill that is supposed to make our world a better place. Okay? This is the Democrats' 8 gun control bills. Now, I'm going to read what these bills are called, and I want to give you a synopsis of what they're supposed to do. But before that, let's read this story, and I posted this on my post today. Let's read this story about how much bullshit these people really trying to push down our throat. Democrats are preparing a large gun control package to be considered in the House Judiciary Committee on Thursday. The package, dubbed Protecting Our Kids, includes 8 bills designed to erode citizens' Second Amendment rights. Now, reportedly including the massive gun control package are provisions to ban high-capacity magazines, including the purchase age of semi-automatics from 18 to 21. Ban bump stocks for civilians used while requiring existing bump stocks to be registered with the government. Change the definition of ghost guns so they fall under the background checks as point of sale. Increase penalties for gun trafficking and mandate how many Americans store firearms in their homes. Now, guys, I want y'all to sit down and listen to the following people that are trying to pass this for us. These are all liberals, and they all live in major cities. So let's take our time here and do what you call a trip down to memory lane, aka a field trip of why in the hell they got picked to try to be the one to work this bill when we know good and damn well that they can barely do their job in their district. Give me 1 second here. Let me read to these chats before I jump in. Anna Kuthi said she couldn't answer me. Oh, okay. We are what we are, the words. Well, anyway, I thought y'all would talk about something. Let me see here. Yeah, sociopath and psychopathy is taking over the streets. Now, listen, all have armed security. If you want to be read first, y'all know what the rule is. Donate to the super chat, and I will, or my cash out, and I will read your comment first. All right, but I will randomly read throughout this episode here so I can make sure that you guys hear what's really going on out here. So let's jump here into the game of what the hell is really going on. Let's go. First is Raise the Age Act by Anthony Brown of Maryland. He is a second different. Represents the district of Prince George. Now, you probably heard of Prince George County. Shout out to AK Nation, Black Gen Z. They've done reports on Prince George County. I have too. Guess what happened last year? Prince George County went from being in the low 90s or 80s in crime or murder to they have jumped up now to 201 murders last year, give or take maybe 208. Now, you would think that Mr. Anthony Brown would be focused on trying to make sure his suburban area, which is the richest county in the state of Maryland and Virginia, together. But unfortunately, that's not what he wants to do. Unfortunately, he wants to take your right as a citizen, as a young man who's 18, who wants to be responsible, get his first purchase of his own weapon and practice and do the right things because you've been shooting dads and mom's guns for the longest, that way you got to wait till you're 21. But yet he'll be the quickest one to call you out to serve your country when his ass is on the line. That's Anthony Brown. Next, Prevent Gun Trafficking Act. Robin Kelly of Illinois. Now, Robin Kelly says that we have a problem with gun trafficking in America. Now, let's look at the statistics of gun trafficking versus drug trafficking. Okay. Let's see which one is worse. Let's see. We more or less hold on. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to look at the stats because I don't think it's not as high as drug trafficking. Okay, so $54 million in guns was seized in the last couple of years, of average, give or take, right? Let's see how much drug trafficking have been seized in the U.S. Let's see. Excuse me. Last year, excuse me. Let's see. Wow. 914,469 kilograms of drugs has been the highest. Highest. Are you good? Highest, man, in the country. So you're trying to tell me the war on drugs that you claim you have figured out, especially fentanyl, that I guess y'all conquered that now? So that's what you're focusing on. We got gas as high as giraffe ass, and you up here worrying about this shit. Gun smuggling that barely hit 54 million when I just said 900 something thousand things of drugs. Let's talk damn near $1 trillion of fucking drugs in the US, bro. Stop the cap. Let's continue with this other bill. And oh yeah, by the way, Robin Kelly's suburban area over there in Chicago, yeah, over there in the south side of Chicago, of the suburb area that's supposed to be the nice area, they done seen an increase of 200, almost 230 to 250 murders last year. Violent crimes of murder, straight murder. But she's worrying about trafficking guns. Why don't you worry about start being tougher on criminals? Okay, with that bail reform shit you got going on. I mean, you can't make this up, man. But these are people we're dealing with. I just want you guys to understand this is the sickening madness that we're dealing with these folks here. And you let them tell it, they are geniuses. They are geniuses. You let them understand they're geniuses. Let's continue with more bullshit that they're trying to push down our throat. Next, we got David Cecilian of Rhode Island. Okay, Representative David Cecilian of Rhode Island. I think he's got a bad area too. Let's see here. Let's see what his district is. Rhode Island 1st District. What does his Rhode Island 1st District consist of? Well, it consists of Bristol and Newport counties. Let's look at the violence in Bristol and Newport counties. Are y'all ready for this? Give me 1 second. Let's see what we got. One second. Let's see. So his area is kind of low. So I don't think they had a lot. So he was pretty safe to say they didn't have a lot of murders in Rhode Island. But again, he's trying to push the Untraceable Firearms Act. Okay. So the Untraceable Firearms Act is basically is you got to register your bump stock. Which is dumb. I'm probably going to be talking more about the gas prices, Anthony, probably sometime later on this week, because I'm trying to get more grasp about this, the Second Amendment tonight, because I know a lot of people wanting to know what's going on, so I'm trying to give y'all a little bit info on that. The next person is Rosa Delario of Connecticut. Now, I think that part of Connecticut is also low crime. Ethan's Law. Now, with Ethan's Law, I'm going to have to look at this one. Let me see what that bill's about. She wants to regulate the storage of firearms. Okay? And if you don't store the firearm as required, that they can take your guns. That's what they want to do. That's just what that bill is in a nutshell. Dumbest bill I ever heard. Newsflash. If you don't store your guns properly and something happens to the minor, they are going to take your guns because you're going to get a felony and you're going to jail. So what is this bill even about? This is the dumbest bill ever. It really is. And here's another thing. How are you going to know I am going to safely put away my firearm? What are you going to do? You going to get a camera in the house? You going to, I mean, this is dumb, man. It's dumbest, man. I'm telling you, these are some dumb. This is the dumbest bill I've ever heard in my life. I'm trying to look at this bill right now. This is the dumbest bill I've heard in my life, bro. Connecticut in District 3. Let's see how the crime rate in District 3. Let's see what we got. What we got. All right. What we got in that district? We got New Haven County, Fairfield County, and Middlesex County. Let's see the crime in District 3. I want to see what we got. All right, so I'm gonna see what we got here. I'm going to the crime report. Oh my God. So in 2020, they had 143 murders in the whole state of I think the whole state of Connecticut. What I'm seeing right here. Yeah. So that's basically how Connecticut is. It's not really a violent place, but this bill is dumb. Exactly, cat slave. If if you store it separately, and an intruder comes into your home, you're dead. Aquila is saying, "Why in the hell is Kennedy smiling at me? I don't know, man. It's weird, isn't it?" Next one is Elisa on Slotkin. Now, I think Elisa is a part of Detroit area. I'm going to check and see if she is. I'm quite sure she is. If she is, I know she got a crime problem. Oh Lord, I know she got a crime problem. What is it? Southern Michigan, Southeast, including most of Lansing. So she's represents Lansing. Let me see what we got. So again, this is a low area. of murders. They don't really have a lot. They had 26 homicides in Lansing, Michigan, so they don't have a lot. But again, this is that woke shit. She talking about the Safe Guns, Safe Kids Act. Now, this is what the one she's trying to propose. She's trying to propose the bill to regulate the storage of firearms on residential premises at the federal, state, and tribal levels. At the federal level, the bill established the statutory requirements for firearms on residential premises to be safely stored if a minor is likely to gain access without permission, if a resident is ineligible to possess a firearm. An individual who violates the requirements is subject to criminal penalties, blase, blase, blase. The bill requires the Department of Justice to award grants to implement. Listen here, guys. Here's my thing. So, what happens if I'm in a situation where someone breaks into my house and my kid has to get to help me? What I want to tell my kid? Oh, well, my kid tells me, I can't get in there, Daddy. You got the safe. You got some kind of weird government safe that you can't get into. I mean, this is dumb. Here's another one. The Kimberly Vaughn fire. They always talk about storing the guns. First of all, what is that going to do if you got a kid who is mentally disturbed and want to go out there and commit a crime? They still got access to the gun. So what is that going to do with anybody? So this, let me see this one. This is Sheila Jackson Lee, aka Mammy. This is what Mammy got going on. Mammy Lee. Mammy Lee said the bill established a federal statutory framework to regulate the storage of ammunition on residential premises. Okay. Now, if a minor is likely to gain access without permission, or if an individual who resides at the residence is in what? The firearms and ammunition must be safely stored in one or two ways: securely unloaded and separated in a safe. See what I'm talking about right here? It said unloaded and separated in a safe and locked with a trigger lock, or off the premises at a storage facility or gun range. So how am I gonna protect my damn self? So you mean to tell me if I'm woke up in the middle of the night and an intruder's breaking in my house? Okay, let me go and peel myself right quick so y'all can hear what the hell I got to say here. So you mean to tell me if an intruder is about to break into my home, I got to go up here and fiddle with a damn safe, fiddle with a damn trigger lock, go and put the damn bullets into my damn clip, put the clip inside of my weapon? Man, by the time I do that shit, I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead. You think the bad guy is gonna come through and do the same thing? You think he's gonna come in my home with his gun and shit unloaded and stuff like that, and then be like, "Oh well, let me take my time. You go make sure I got everything locked and loaded." Man, come on, stop the cap. This is the dumbest fucking law. And you live in Texas, where everybody's locked and loaded. What the hell's wrong with you, lady? This is what happens when being woke goes wrong, guys. This is what it is. Let's see what her area is. Since she's so fucking woke, I'm guarantee you. Put a one in the chat. You think that Sheila's area is like the shit? Like she got her stuff on lock. Like her district is on point. How many? Put a one in the chat if y'all feel like she got it on lock. Her 18th district, like she's got it together. Let's see what we got on the 18th district, man. Let me see. What's that? What that consist of? Her 18th district. What do you know? Houston. What was Houston murder rate in 2021? The inner city, Houston, Texas. I want to. How many of y'all want to guess this one? Houston, Texas murders in 2021. 473 murders. Even though they solved it, 473 murders. They only was able to solve 70%, but they got a 30% increase. Oh, it gets better. It gets way better. What are they tracking for the year? Ah, 86 murders by March. They were 3 months in and they were 86 in. That was way more. They had 26 murders before the 19th of January. So you know what they're pacing. They're going to probably hit 500. They're pacing 500 plus this year. So let me get this straight. You're pacing 500 fucking murder rate in your district. And you out here trying to worry about me, little law-abiding citizen, having a handgun, a stock semi-automatic or AR-15 or any other assault rifle I choose for legally to possess. That's what you're trying to tell me. So you worrying about me, the legal guy. You're not worrying about the mental health guy that lives in the hood. You're not worrying about the immigrant that's fucked up and came over here from Mexico. You're not worried about now. Listen to what I'm saying now. You're not worried about the kids in the inner city that go out here and shoot other son kids like it's fucking target practice at an open range. You're not worried about that. You worried about me, the taxpayer. That's what you worried about. Why don't you do your fucking job? How about that? How about you worry about your district? How you figure, tell me, no, this is what I can tell you. Why don't you worry about your district? Can you tell me how you can stop your district from tracking 500 plus murders for the year? When you do that, then you can tell me as the civilian here, the law-abiding citizen, on how to store my fucking gun. When you can tell me how you can recruit the police in your district the right way, instead of screaming down, defund the police, but yet still you got babies getting knocked off like it's some type of fucking damn free-for-all in a water fight, but it's not water, it's real lead, raining like it's hell on earth. When you can figure that shit out, come holler at me about my gun. Can't take these people serious, man. Next on the list, Donna Titus of Nevada. Oh, man. You know, how many of you want to bet she's a Vegas person? Donna Titus. Guarantee you she's in Vegas. I guarantee you she's in Vegas. Guarantee you she's in Vegas, guys. Oh my God. Y'all ready for this? This broad is from Thomasville, Georgia. Oh shit, she making Georgia look bad. Georgia, no wonder y'all threw her ass in the bottom. Let's go and see what her district is. She's the first district. So let's see what's Nevada's first district. Let's go ahead on here and look at this first district. What's the first district? Las Vegas. Let's look at Las Vegas murder rate last year. I want to hear this. I want to hear it. In 2021, your ass had a 44% increase of murders. You had 147 murders. I know that sounds a little small because it's Nevada. Now let's do the math right quick. Let's do the math. So you had a 44% increase. All right. So that means you had 82 murders in 2020. So you went from 82 to 147. Give or take 82, 102. Now let's see what you're tracking for this year. Well, right now it's down. But still, you still consider per capita the highest chances of getting murdered per your city. You still come in at number 5, at number on the top 10. So until you correct that problem, you can't tell me on your act on closing the bump stop loophole act. Let's get to this one. Y'all ready for that one? Let me tell you what that bill is going to tell us to do. Let's go to the summary of this bill. Oh, it's in progress. They don't want to give you no summary. So okay. Anyway, so far, to regulate bump stocks in the same manner as machine guns. I wonder if she was thinking about that while at the Bunny Ranch. The act may be cited as closing the Bump Stock Loophole Act of 2021. The term bump stock means any of the following: any manual, powered, driven, or electronic device that's designed such that when the device is attached to a semi-automatic weapon, the device eliminates the need for the operator of a semi-automatic weapon to make a separate movement for each individual function of the trigger and materially increase the rate of fire of the semi-automatic weapon, or approximates the action or rate of fire of a machine gun. Ladies, stop. Stop right there. I have that right. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. We have that right as Americans. If we want a machine gun, that's what we want to do. And last but not least, since y'all ready for this, Ted Douche, a douche. Now, this guy's from Broward County. Y'all know what Broward County is. It's in Florida. What is Broward County good for? The craziest shit in Broward County. They got human trafficking, all this shit going on. They have murder out the ass, but he's worrying about me. He can't even get his summary together. Oh, he got a summary. His summary is, y'all ready for this? This is his summary. The bill established a new criminal offense. Hold on. A new criminal offense. I don't know why it does that. My stuff is all right. Hold on, guys. Okay. All right. The bill is. Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. I gotta refresh. I don't know what's going on with my stuff. All right. The bill established a new criminal offense for the import, sale, manufacture, transfer, or possession of a large capacity magazine. The bill does not prohibit certain conduct with respect to an LCAFD, including the following: importation, sale, manufacture, transfer, possession related to certain law of manufacturers, or authorized tests or experiments. Importation, sale, transfer, possession related to securing nuclear materials and possession by a retired law enforcement officer. So basically, the bill permits continued possession of but prohibits sale or transfer of a grandfathered LCAFD. Newly manufactured LCFD must display serial number. So basically, this is a ghost gun. This is the ghost gun that they talked about. I didn't know about that. I got to look that up. I didn't know that Herschel Walker said that Trump was lying. I always thought he did. They supposed to be best friends. They've been friends for years, but I don't know, man. I don't know anything anymore, but I do know this. I'm not wanting them to take my gun. They're not taking my guns away. So after we broke down this bill, now here's the thing. If it passed the House, it's got to go through the 60 vote through the Senate. And also it's got to be filibuster proof to pass the whole thing. I don't think it's going to pass. Personally, I don't. Because right now, here's the thing why I say it's not going to pass. Let me go get off here now. I done made my point here about this shit. This is why I say it's not going to pass. It's not going to pass because too many conservatives like ourselves love our Second Amendment rights. That's number one. Number two, I hope and pray to God that these conservatives that's in Washington that are not supposed to be rhinos and supposed to be politicians will get some balls and do not pass this bill. Hey, you didn't want to pass the one that we suggested? We're trying to make sure these kids are safe. We're not passing this horse shit until you can sit down and understand that the gun is not the problem. It's the people. In all these cities that these Democrats are representing, most of them, about 80% of them, have bail reform. Now, if you haven't looked at the new bail reform program, it is a nightmare. The things that you used to do that would be considered a felony is now a misdemeanor. Even some, look, perfect example. Look what's going on in California. You can go in any store right now in California, IA, especially in Southern California, Los Angeles, San Diego, wherever, and steal almost up to $900 worth of shit and do not go to jail. Get a ticket. Get a ticket. You can do it all day long, all week long. Every day you can do that. No one's going to stop you because of bail reform that they got going on. Businesses are going out belly up because of this nonsense of thievery. Another bail reform. Look at the murders that we've seen early part of this year already. Guys who had domestic violence charges with ex-girlfriends and things of that nature get back out, you know what I'm saying, on bond, and then turn around and harm someone or take a life. Or we've seen murderers on this channel that were waiting on trial, out on bond or self-reconnaissance or whatever, and go and commit another crime. You get what I'm saying? No accountability is happening right now. And it's getting worse, especially in the Sun community. So until people start getting tougher on crime, holding people accountable, we are going to continue to see the rise in these situations. Mass shootings. Hell, we had a mass shooting this weekend in Chicago. Every weekend is mass shooting. Oh, it's still up to $1,000 now? Amazing. Every weekend is a mass shooting in Chicago. And ain't nobody yet have taken the balls to say, you know what? Let's do something about this. Lori Lightfoot put a curfew and they ain't did nothing. They laugh at that damn curfew. You think those kids worry about a curfew? You still ain't gonna stop the violence. Criminals don't give a shit about rules. You know how you stop criminals? You just lock their ass up and put them in a cage. That's all you can do. And hell, and when they in a cage, half the time they living better than us. Y'all done seen the videos of how these fools living in prison right now on TikTok, doing the cha-cha slide and shit, PlayStations, games, cell phones, hell, messing with the guard. Hell, you see what the one damn prisoner had? He had him a girlfriend for 2 damn years. They escaped. Damn near made it to the Canadian line. This is where we at, guys. No one gives a shit no more. It's what it is. Everybody is all about, well, how can I get this power? And it's sad. It really is. It's a sad situation because a lot of people are suffering. Shout out to Black Conservative Perspective. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to wrap this shit up. He did a report about one city. I don't know what the city is. That they are, and I'm not trying to get off topic, but I got to say this because on Black Conservative Perspective talk about this. They're making it where kids are being judged. Damn, in my city? Charlotte, Sarah? Sarah, send me the link to that shit. Email me, Sarah. I think you got my email. Y'all, put my email in the chat so Sarah can send me that link so I can do a report on that later on. Like I said before, man, he just reported, he reported on somebody in one of these school districts are now going to start making sure, best because of the color of some kid's skin, that they're going to get a free ride. They ain't going to get held accountable, lower grades and everything. Let me see where this is at that he talking about. I know Black Conservative Perspective just talked about it. Hold on. I'm going to go to his channel, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to find a link on that. Hold on. I'll find it. Give me 1 second. Because he was talking about this joint like crazy. I just got to find the link. It's in his link. a second. Okay. Okay. I got it now. Yeah, it's called Oak Park. Woo! Here we go. I'm finna give y'all and share y'all this. Hold on. And this is the story you talked about. What is a cat slave? Yeah, I think you did. Sarah, I'm finna put my email in there right now, Sarah. Hold on. Hey, Roger, copy this and make sure everybody get this, man. This is my best email to get at me right now because this one always comes through. Make sure they got that, Roger. Put that on all of it. That's all my emails, so they'll know. Anytime anybody need me, go ahead on and copy that, Raj. And my other producers. If you got a wrench in the chat, you're basically a producer. All right, so let me get back to here and share this with y'all. Now, this is out here, I want to say Illinois. I want to say. I'm going to read this and then we're going to wrap this up. It's basically move over DEI. Here comes the J for justice in race-based grading system. So this is what they got going on. The letter J for justice has apparently been added to the DEI diversity, equality, equity, and inclusion mantra. And with the most progressive ideas, it will lead to the exact opposite of what it claims to promote. In the name of DEIJ, the administrator of Oak Park and River Forest High School near Chicago are preventing teachers from taking important aspects of an education into account, such as showing up for class, comportment, and turning in assignments when grading their students. Oak Park and River Forest High School administrators will require teachers next school year to adjust their classroom grading scales to account for the skin color or ethnicity of its students. I want you to rethink about that. Think about what they just told you. Okay? They basically telling you that if you are a black person, aka son man or son girl, son boy or son girl, and you low on the totem pole, all you got to do is get you some of that victimhood jackets that's on sale now at your local high school over there in that area, and they will make sure that you're going to feel the treatment of privilege. Now, the school board members discussed the plan called Transformative Education, Professional Development, and Grading at a meeting on May 26, represented by Assistant Superintendent for Student Learning, Lori Farenza. In an effort to equalize test scores among racial groups, OPRF will order its teachers to exclude from their grading assignments variables it says disproportionately hurts the grades of black students. They can no longer be docked for missing class, misbehaving in school, or failing to turn in their assignments according to the plan. So you get what they're saying, right? So if that son man slaps the hell out you because he don't like the fact that you mean mugged him across class, or he don't like the fact that your mama brought you Adidas instead of J's, ain't nothing they gonna do about it. So if he slap you every damn day, ain't nothing they can do about it, because if they do, it's racism. Man, shit. I can't think of a more effective way to hurt students of color and impede their success as adults than to relieve them of the responsibility to comply with the requirements and efficiency basic to exceeding a good education. Talk about the bigotry of low expectations, but equity, don't you know? Advocates for so-called equity-based grading practices, which seek to raise the grade point averages of black students and lower scores of higher achieving Asian, white, and Hispanic ones, say new grading criteria are necessary to further school district mission of DEIJ, or diversity, equality, inclusion, and justice. By training teachers to remove the non-academic factors from their grading practices and recognize when personal biases manifest, districts can proactively signal a clear commitment towards DEIJ, said Margaret Sullivan, Associate Director at the Education Advisory Board, which sells consulting services to colleges and universities. If black students are accepted into colleges because they have benefited from unwarranted grade inflation, but are not prepared to succeed because they never developed the discipline and life skills needed for diligent scholarship, they are being set up for failure. How does that help them either in school or in life? I predict that the DEIJ criteria will transform all affected high schoolers into C students, which stands for chaos. You can imagine the comments on this thing. Oh man. All right, I know y'all want my opinion, so I'm about to give it to you straight. First and foremost, why does it that all black kids, all son kids, thank you, Aunt Sarah, all son kids are not performing at an all-time high? Let's talk about what these other kids have. All these other cultures, white, black, white, brown, aka yellow, Asian in persuasion, aka the Patels, aka the immigrants from Ukraine. They all come from what? A two-parent nuclear home. Where do the black American son men and son girls and boys come from? A 74% single son mama home. Mama working two jobs, mama working one job, or mama on OnlyFans all day, shaking that ass, getting money, while her kid is out here doing hood rat stuff. Boy could be out here selling drugs. Boy could be out here experimenting with grown men or grown women. Young girl out here selling drugs, experimenting with grown people, or God forbid, being exploited at a young age, aka baby mama terrorists. So that's why they are not succeeding. That's why. How can a child succeed when the mama made the choices for where the child live at? How can a child succeed in the son culture, son man and son woman culture, when a lot of these son mamas go out here and spread their legs with worthless or doomed relationships, get knocked up? Only thing they want is child support money, and then then diss the father every chance they get. Keep the child away from the father because she don't like the fact that the father went either A, back to his wife that she creeped on him with, or found someone else. Exactly. And then you want to know why black students got an 0.13 GPA. Now you're saying, well, we ain't going to hold them accountable. We just going to coast them through. Okay, so let's say you do that. You coast them through, you give them the answers, you help them all the way till they get to college. And let's say they pick Harvard or Stanford or all these other colleges that's trying to be Rhode, and they get pushed through. When they get in the real world, they're going to get their ass ate up alive because they're going to be someone like me that's going to be an asshole that's going to tell them straight up, you don't know what the fuck you're doing and you're useless. Get the fuck off my workplace. That's what you set them up for. And those kids that you made it more harder for because you said they were they had it easier than that little one or whatever have you, the white kids, the Asian kids, all these other damn kids in this culture group, they're gonna be straight. They're gonna be the one making the 250 and the $500,000 or $1 million plus job a year. Exactly. That's what happened when I was going to school. Right at junior high. You can't make this shit up. There they is, bro. Anyway, guys, I would love to hang out with y'all more, but I only got about like literally not that much battery power left. So either way it goes, shout out to all my producers, especially Sarah, the rapper 10,000, Roger, Aquila Refining. These are all the people that's been rocking with me since I've been here, doing my thing. Cat Slave, thank you for your kindness, for you rocking with me. Sarah Ratliff, I know she ain't been around in a while. She's been one of my originals. You Ain't Wrong, definitely one of my originals. Van Garcia, thank you, brother, for all your support and sharing. Jet Ison, definitely you, bro. And Claude Legree, love you guys, man. Y'all have been one of the coolest, most loyal fans. Cat Elf as well, that I can ever ask for, man. And Anthony R, definitely you, bro. And Trainwreck too, who's just started recently coming in a little bit more than usual. So I appreciate y'all. And Anna KD1. I hope I didn't mess up that name. Thank you too, man. Like y'all, and if I didn't name you, you know who you are. Thank y'all for being there. And B Duncan 2.0 especially. I appreciate you guys, man. Simon says hello. What up, brother? I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for rocking with your boy. Anyway, I got to get ready for work tomorrow. I got to get up. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Remember, fight for what you believe in and don't let them take your right to protect you and your family. With that being said, I'm out.